So as bustling as the market was, it's very sad to see that there's this entire section here with absolutely nothing going on. People just walk through to be able to get to the other sections. But this whole area is deserted. Nothing happening. I see there is movement. People are busy cleaning in some of the shops behind me here. People are busy cleaning over there. So hopefully that is them cleaning in preparation of opening up again. And yeah, hopefully we'll see movement again in just a few more months. But at the moment we can still definitely see the effects of COVID, and it is sad. So I'm in such a good mood today, knowing that my plans are coming really well together for this trip that my parents are coming on to visit me and for us to tour the country. I really want to share everything with you, but at the same time I don't, because it's nice having something that's just mine or just ours, and then one day once we've done it we'll just be like, boom, look what we did. And yeah, it's difficult. It's like this internal struggle of like, I really want to share things with you, but I also really just want to enjoy it while it's something no one knows, you know, it's just ours. And also, then if things don't go according to plan, no one knows. We'll just be like, yeah, we totally planned this, totally planned to sleep in this place, knowing that it's not as nice as we thought it was going to be. That was the plan. Right, so other than those two drinks, I didn't actually buy anything at the market today. Nothing really tickled my fancy, so I'm going to head off somewhere, I'm not even sure where, hoping to go get some food. Not really sure what I'm keen for. Sorry, I'm just trying to navigate the scooters so I don't get hit by one of them. And also trying to find mine because I lost it in the sea of parked scooters. So you kind of have to remember what you park next to, else you will lose your scooter. There's still many more, so wish me luck. My man over here with this whistle is like on a power trip. This dude's like, I control this place. Honestly, riding a scooter has been so chilled since I actually got a little bit more used to traffic. You just kind of have to get used to the fact that you might have to sit 2 or 3 minutes next to the side of the road trying to aim for a gap, thinking like, is this safe, isn't it safe? Or you get used to the fact that you have to gauge if it's safe before you even get to the stop, so that when you get there you can go, so no one gets annoyed with you. Obviously don't just go because there's someone behind you, that's stupid. Make sure it's safe. But yeah, generally everything actually flows here. It's not as bad as it seems. You just kind of have to roll with it. And even walking across the street, it's scary, but if you get a little bit more used to it, you just walk halfway, wait a while, and then go the rest. It's okay. People generally don't want to hit you. I'm sure 1 or 2 are like, yes, I'm gonna hit someone today, but for the most part people don't want to hit you. So as long as you don't do anything stupid and they can see that you're in their way, they will go around you, or you know, you just get out of their way as soon as possible. So yeah, I finally found my scooter in the sea of scooters, so I'm gonna go get some food. I think probably the most difficult thing about riding a scooter is trying to remember to put on my helmet. I know that sounds counterintuitive because you don't want to die, so it should be obvious to remember, but it's not, because it's well hidden under your seat. So you get to your scooter, you get on, and then you're like, wait, where's my helmet? Then you have to get off, then you have to open this thing. And the second thing that's quite difficult about riding a scooter, other than the actual navigating traffic and fearing for your life, is trying to remember which position the key needs to be in. And what I mean by that is this. Here's my ignition. So you take your key, you slide it in, and you can see that this knob here is in the far left position, which underneath here says push lock. What that means is when my key is like that, you cannot actually turn the handlebar. So no one can really just push your scooter away, which is great. But when it's in that position, you have to have the handlebars far left, else it won't lock. So if I take it out of that and I put it in off, right, and I just move my handles just a little bit, it now will not go far left. And it took me a while to figure out, so you have to pull it far left, like this, and then you can move your key far left. That's not the difficult thing to remember. The difficult thing to remember is once you do that and you lock your handlebars and you're ready to get off your bike and you take your key out, that's when you're usually taking your helmet off your head, and then you need to open your seat so you can put your helmet away. which is very difficult because you now have to put your key back inside. Let me show you why. Because you were confident that you were done, you locked your handlebars and you pulled out your key, you got off, and then you were like, wait, my helmet. So your key has to go back in, and it has to go all the way to this open position. At open, you can push seat, and your seat spot will open. Okay. If it's not in the open position, so if it's on, it will not open. Okay, if it's on, off, it doesn't open. And if it's locked, it doesn't open. So that's been quite a big adjustment, is getting off my scooter, putting it in the lock position, getting off very confidently, and then having to put my key back in awkwardly, turning it back to open, and opening. And you also can't open while you're sitting because you're sitting on the seat. So it's the smallest little inconvenience, but it is something that I keep forgetting to do. I'm getting used to that, but I still occasionally get on the scooter, go, wait, where's my helmet? And then I have to get off, get my helmet. So those are the two biggest adjustments. Getting used to the road was actually pretty easy. The first time was really scary, the second time much less scary, and now I'm what you would say, I'm quite confident, maybe overly confident. I still think I'm quite cautious in terms of not taking risks, but I'm comfortable to drive pretty fast. On the ground road there by my house, I also am okay with riding with just one hand, just to readjust the shirt, readjust the helmet, open and close the visor. But when I'm driving, it's obviously two hands on the steering wheel at all times. Steering wheel? Do you still call it that? Steering panel? Handlebars? What do you call it on a scooter? But anyways, as long as I keep remembering to wear this and I drive relatively safely, I will hopefully be okay. I forgot the third thing that's really difficult to get used to on a scooter, and that is the indicators. With the indicators, it's literally just a slide knob over here, so you can see there's nothing going on my dash now. If I indicate left, it shows me left and right. Then you have to push just in the middle. Oops, yeah, I almost honked my horn there. You push just in the middle and it goes off. And if you want to turn right, you just slide it right. And again, it shows you the same flicker. So, same lights. You don't know which way it's going. And it also doesn't make any noise. There's no clicking noise like a car. So you kind of just see your flickers are on and you're like, oopsie, and then you have to hit the middle button. And if you're not focusing, you accidentally hit your horn. And if you have your flickers on and you're like, oh, okay, I've got my left flicker on, and then you look up for a second, you might forget which direction your flicker is on, so you have to turn it off and then turn it on again. So that's a bit of an inconvenience. But at the same time, I kind of like it, because otherwise, if everything's automated or everything has a noise, you get lazy and you're not as focused on the road. This way you have to stay aware of what you're doing. So it is inconvenient, but I think it keeps you safe, keeps you aware of what you're doing. Make sure you're always using your indicators, because you have to double check why they're on, why aren't they on, which direction is on. So I think it keeps you focused on the road. You don't zone out singing some song like, black boys do fun, la 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 do. I have been renting this scooter since the 1st of March. It is now the 19th. That's almost 3 weeks. I still have over half a tank left. Also, it's 6:30 and it's still pretty light out. A scooter is definitely a very cost-effective way of getting around. The most expensive part about it is the rental, which is still pretty cheap. 2,800 baht per month from this particular company. And if I have any issues at any time, they'll come pick it up all the way from me and they'll take it back, they'll get it fixed for free, and then they'll bring it back to me. I'm a little bit far out, so I might have to pay collection and delivery, but even then it's 300 baht for collection and delivery, or it has been so far. I feel like if there's an issue with the bike, they might waive that fee. But so far I've had zero complaints about this scooter. It's been really awesome and super cost effective and very convenient to just be able to get around and not have to pay a taxi, not have to wait for a taxi, because I mean taxis are pretty cheap as well, but waiting 20 minutes just for it to be cancelled, very inconvenient. Now I can just get on, go feel the wind in my hair, kind of feel the wind in my eyebrows. That's what I do. It's very hot with the helmet on, glasses on, mask on, just trapping heat in every little aspect, so getting a little bit of fresh air on my forehead is really nice. Just sometimes why I go a little bit faster so I can get some more wind in. Oh, and if you turn your head just the right angle, it sounds like someone's screaming in the middle of the night. I know, because I thought that's what was happening the other night when I was driving home. Turns out it's just the wind whistling past your ears. I couldn't understand why this lady kept screaming and why it wasn't getting any further away. And then I realized it's probably just the wind. At least I hope that's what it was. Anyways, I still have not found food. I pulled over at these markets here. but one of them is closing and the other one only has ham fried rice, and I would have liked chicken fried rice. So yeah, we move, we go look for something else